God, there's water everywhere. Right, here we go. Cannot believe I've never been here before. It is wild. It is cosy. Just listen to that wind out there now. Very, very bleak. That forearm is killing me. Come on. Oh, that's disgusting. I love it here. Right, I'm right on the edge now. Kind of getting a bit freaked. Let's go and check out some cheese. That's pretty cool watching the shadow, isn't it? Look at this thing. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, there's been another change to the scheduled release of videos. So last week up on Glaramara, I said, next week I'm going to be going up Scarfell Pike, blah, 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 via the most incredible and epic route to England's highest mountain. I really do have to stop saying what I'm doing next week because it just seems to jinx it every single time. Suffice to say, I won't be going up Scarfell Pike this week, and I might not be for many weeks to come. And I'll go into detail about that later on in this particular video. But in the meantime, out of sheer frustration, I've just thrown a whole lot of stuff in the van and I'm heading over to the Yorkshire Dales for a couple of days for a bit of a mini road trip, as it were. And I thought I'd just bring you guys along. So, you up for it? Yeah? Let's do it. I've tried to ignore the filth on the side of the van. I just didn't have time to wash it. I do apologise. It's kind of a little bit cleaner inside. Anyway, let's go. It is windy out there, quite scarily so actually. The whole van is shaking like mad. I think it's about 40 to 50 mile an hour gusting winds today. Anyway, I'm sat up on the moors. I'm about 11 minutes away from a little village called Malham. Now, by all rights, what I should be doing is having a walk up to Malham Cove and then onto the limestone pavement, because I did mention that in that previous video up on Falton Knot with its limestone pavement. That's not going to be a goer, I'm afraid. I can't even, whoa, I think the van's going to take off. I can't do any walking. I'm going to touch on that properly later on when I get some food on the go, if I survive this wind. It's kind of scary, but I'll give you a full update. Really, the idea then of this video is a little bit of a mini road trip around the Yorkshire Dales. So like I said, I'm going to head towards Malham, and then off towards Kettlewell, Reeth, along Swaledale, through some beautiful villages down there, and then out towards Hawes and its cheese factory. Very excited about that. Always got to go get some cheese. And then finish off at the Ribblehead Viaduct sometime tomorrow afternoon at sunset, because it's supposed to calm down a little bit tomorrow and also supposed to be quite nice and sunny. So we'll see about that. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to Malham, the village, dump the van, and we'll have a little wander through, have a look at the village. It's been a long time since I was last here. I think I was 14, school trip, and perhaps see if there's a pub open and get a pint. After that, I'm going to go and find somewhere to pitch up for the night and get some scran on. So let's go and have a look. Not far now, 5 minutes. It is a wild day. I don't even know if you can hear me. But yeah, I mean, look at it. Sheets of rain coming down there. Hopefully you can see that. Let's have a walk into the village and get some shelter, I think. It's crazy. Well, I can smell wood smoke. That's a good sign. Oh my God, there's water everywhere. You probably can't see anything. Oh. Beautiful buildings, though. I love the stonework in Yorkshire. Okay, I'm going to go straight in the pub if I can. If this pub's open, I don't know if it is. I don't know if you guys can see anymore. I do apologise. Oh, how's that? Is that better? It's kind of looking a bit dead, isn't it? I think it might be open. Let me just go. I'm going to go in here a minute and just dry my lens. All right, I have to go back to the van to get my GoPro because it's absolutely hammering it down. The camera got so wet, it's probably just going to break and die. So, got my waterproof GoPro on, and we're going to get back into the village and have a proper wander around and have a look at stuff and not rush, and then go into the pub after that when I'm finished. So yeah, let's go and have a look. My microphone is under my jacket, so it could be a little bit muffly, a little bit crinkly. I don't know, honestly, I don't know. But you get the idea. The whole point is to look at the village anyway, and see what else we can see. Tea room there. This rain is coming from every direction conceivable. It's that real fine rain as well, it just soaks everything. Hey, let's go and check out that building there. Wow, it just looks so run down. Oh, postbox GR. Is that an actual shop still? It just looks grim, doesn't it? But, very cute bridge. Very cute indeed, love it. That could look amazing, that building. Okay, what we got up here then? Is this another pub? Some hardy folk here. I wish I was them. I wish I had the ability. Lister Arms Hotel. That's it. That's it, folks. That's all there is. I suspect this is the way I would have come had I come down from Malham Cove. Let's have a look. Cove Road, yeah, Malham Cove, footpath Cove Road. What the hell does that say? A kind of rakes, is it? Something like that. Yeah, a bit gutted actually, a bit gutted. You know, I love weather like this as well. It would have been kind of crazy being up there, but let's go in the pub and have a pint, and then after that I might try and dry off a little bit because I don't want to get too wet in the van, and then we'll leave the village and head up towards the town, I think, and see if there's somewhere just to park up for the night and eat. It's a bit ropey. I'm sorry, these videos are a bit ropey when things kind of go a bit south. Not so much the weather is just what it is, but it's more their health. Anyway, let's get in the pub. Okay. Beer quaffed, just the one, and it looks like the rain has stopped for the time being. It's kind of dried a little bit, and it's looking quite nice now, isn't it? Look at it. Bit of sun. That's lovely, actually. Some funny looks. Always get funny looks when I've got this massive stick. But I think what I'm going to do now is get back to the van and head over to the town, like I said, because I think there's like a little bit of a parking spot up there, and hopefully it won't be too windy. I think wherever I go today is going to be windy, so I think this sun will probably last About another 30 seconds and it's going to start raining again. So I want to get into the van now while I'm kind of semi-dry. Still a bit damp, mind you. Appear to be morning. Let's get to the van and make my way up that way, I think. Whoa. That wind is absolutely crazy. Actually, I might just use the facilities. I have no idea why I didn't go to the toilet in the pub. I think I just want to get away from that very tempting food because it really did look nice. And I watched it come out for a few other people and the smell was amazing. It did look like and smell like really good food. So in hindsight, maybe I should have eaten there, I don't know. It just takes away from the fun, doesn't it? I want to eat some really unhealthy slop in the van. All right, I think what I'm going to do is have a little drive up to a place called Janet's Foss. I don't know of a bit of park up there. It's a mystery. I've never been here. Well, I've been to Malham when I was a kid, like I said, when I was 14, but I've never been to Janet's Foss. We'll just see if I can park up there somewhere and maybe limp down to it. This is the worst road trip ever. I'm sorry. I'd just stop watching if I were you. Come on in, let's go. Come on, wipers. That's it. Cue. Cove Bridge. Oh, it's gorgeous though, isn't it? I mean, look at it. Even in the grotty weather, I mean, it's like sideways rain. It's still flipping gorgeous. Okay, now I can see Goredale Scar ahead. Look at the roof on this place. Wow. Okay, let's have a look. So I think Janet's Foss. Yeah, so there's the path there, look. So I think I'd need to walk down there to the gate, so it's a bit steamed up through that gate there, look. Oh, what a wild day. It's so windy and putting down this really weird fine rain that's almost like spindrift. It feels like spindrift. It's just coming in from every direction. Right, stop moaning. Love it. So I'm just heading back up the road here. I'm going to go through that gate. Look at that scenery, isn't it absolutely beautiful? So that's Goredale Scar. Never been there, as far as I know. Unless we went there with a school trip. We might have done, I just wasn't interested. But a fascinating looking place. I mean, geology-wise, it is crazy looking. It'd be fantastic to put a walk together that'll take in Malham Cove and then come back round and hit Goredale Scar. And I don't mind doing it on a day like today, it's not a problem at all. It just makes it a little bit harder to film, that's all. Right, here we go. Whew. Through the gate. Jeez. Right, let me just give it another wipe. Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's why we were letting you go first.
Oh, I see, right. Cheers. Got no idea where I'm going. I'm having to kind of limp down here very slowly. Well, this is lovely, isn't it? Very nice indeed. It was literally, as you saw, 20 seconds from the road there, through that gate. Ow. I cannot believe I've never been here before. Let's have a little wander down there a little bit further and see how it looks from that kind of angle. Look at it. Lovely, really, really nice. And apart from that couple up there, there's no one else around. I mean, it's midweek, so it's not that surprising. I'll have a little limp further along this path and we'll see where it goes. Okay, it just goes on and on and on. I don't know how far it's going to go down here. Probably end up back in Malham, but I think I want to head up to the camp spot for the night, or at least try and find it. I might get there and it might be really horrifically windy, or it might be full of camper vans. So I'd like to find where I'm going. Let's have a look. It's 3:30, so sunset is 2:30, sorry. sunset is at 4. Just kind of fancy stripping all this off because I'm absolutely soaked to the bone, and just getting my dry robe on and getting cosy in the van. Right, let's get up to the van. Hey. Some nice light around. It's kind of weird, you know. You got the sheets of rain going down the valley there. Very soft light. Spin you around, coming in from that, and just horrendous weather coming in from over there. It is the kind of rain that just gets you soaked within about 10 seconds. I've hardly been out of the van and I'm absolutely soaked to the skin.
And so the heating was cranked up to the max in this desperate attempt to try and dry out before getting to the place where I'll be sleeping the night.
This is us for the night, I think. Almost got the whole place to myself, just a single car there. I don't know if there's anybody in it or whether they're off walking or something, I don't know, but it is wild. It is so wild here. It's kind of cold as well because it's just raining constantly, I'm soaking wet. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna get in the van, get some scran on, and then probably settle down for the night. But I just want to show you where I was so you can kind of see the bleakosity of it all. What's going on my hood? My hood always do that. Yeah, so let's get in and get cosy. I'll see you in there.
All right, before I begin this delicious restaurant quality dish that I'm about to make tonight, it really isn't, trust me, it's the stag chili dynamite hot. I'm kind of scared about that, but we'll give it a go. And some already cooked long grain rice and some tortillas. One day, I think what I'd like to do in a future video is actually make a chili con carne from scratch. Probably a day when I'm not kind of stuck in the van would be nice. Maybe a nice sunny day, sit outside and make it from scratch, like I did with that curry, a little bit like that. But before I go on, I want to talk about what's going on. But actually, before I do that, let me just one further thing. Yes, Steve Wallace step 2. Cheers. Now it feels good. Now I can settle down. Yeah, what's going on? What is going on? So, as you probably are aware, in that last video up on Glaramara, I said next week I'm going to go and do Scafell Pike via the most amazing route ever. And that day was fantastic, by the way. That Glaramara walk, my toe was fine, had no aches or pains or anything. It was a fantastic day, really wonderful. I mean, you could see it on my face, I was a little bit giddy. But about 3 days after that, my toenail, the ingrowing toenail, I think it's been causing me problems since August, started to hurt again, but it's the other side of the nail. It wasn't the same side. So I went to the podiatrist. I've mentioned this on Patreon, so if you've already heard this, then I do apologise. I went to the podiatrist and she sorted it out, and it was hell on earth. I kind of explained that on the extra waffleage on the Patreon. Like I said, for a few days, not a problem at all. However, it was the other side started to hurt. It's even worse, to the point where I'm limping around the house. I mean, you probably couldn't see it today, but I was limping like mad. down at Janet's Foss, and then obviously in Malham as well. Yeah, I can't do a long walk like Scarf or Pike. There's absolutely no chance of doing that. And so what's happened is I've booked myself in to the podiatrist, I'm struggling to say that, podiatrist in January. So it's the 11th of January, I'm having the nail removed and the nail bed killed. So it never grows back and I never have these problems again. But that's quite a few weeks away. So we're at the 23rd of November now. 11th of Jan's a long way off. And then it's a good 3 or 4 week recovery period. So we're looking at realistically, we're looking at mid-February before I get back out and do any kind of walk of any significance, really. So hiking the Wainwrights, I'm really sorry to say, is going to have to go on the shelf for the time being. I know a lot of you guys are here purely for the hiking the Wainwrights. I know you're not interested in any of this van stuff or the campaign or anything like that. So all I can say is I'm sorry, and I just, I hope you can kind of just wait out and stick with me, really. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on making videos every week, either things like this. It's so wonderful. It's great on a sunny day. I mean, looking back at the Scotland one up in Assynt, totally different. It was lovely, sat outside in the sun. But I'll be doing things like this, and as time goes on, if it starts to kind of settle down a bit, then I might be able to get out and do a few wander through villages. There's a few more towns and villages that I'd like to do, and perhaps, well, I don't know. I don't know what. I'm not going to promise anything because I'm sick and tired of promising stuff. Next week I'm definitely doing this, and then I don't deliver. It's not good, is it? And that's it, really. I mean, that's all I've got to say. Apart from the fact that once again, I'm so sorry for you guys who love all the hiking. I'm going to try and get out and do these van things if I can, and if the weather's all right, limp somewhere, maybe take some photographs, maybe get the drone up. I don't know. It's going to be very different, just for a month or 2 months, I think. Yeah, I mean, this, there's opportunities and everything. This might just, open up other doors, other things that I didn't even think about, that you guys enjoy as well. It's about you and your enjoyment. I just want to make sure that you get some value from these videos. And I don't know what value you get out of watching me sat in the back of a windowless van. Swigging a beer and making tinned chili. I don't know. Maybe you do. Let me know in the comments if you do. Right, let's get this death trap on, shall we? I've got the door slightly cracked open. Thankfully it stopped raining, so I've got a bit of ventilation here. Both front windows cracked open a little bit as well, so there should be a bit of ventilation. And I've got my carbon monoxide thingamajiggy there as well, so hopefully I'm not going to gas myself out. And hopefully a lot of the fumes will go. Hey, it looks all right, this, It looks all right. I'm just a bit worried about the heat of it. Just turn that down a touch. Yeah, I think doing a proper homemade chili would be a great idea. Let me know in the comments if you fancy that, actually. If you fancy watching me make one from scratch. In fact, I ordered it yesterday and it'll be probably at home now, a pressure cooker, which would be perfect for chili con carne, stews, that kind of stuff. I love making a good beef stew, or even ox cheek stew with red wine, onions, shallots, whatever, carrots, that kind of stuff. It is so good. So I might try that in a pressure cooker. I normally use a slow cooker for that, but I might try that with a pressure cooker. Oh, it smells really good. Put that lid on for a little bit. Hey, this is the life, isn't it? That is the beauty of vans, I think. That flexibility to, go anywhere, really. There's the cost of it as well, obviously, if you're staying in B&Bs, hotels, or like Airbnbs, that sort of thing, like holiday cottages. It's the cost, it's so expensive. And you don't have that flexibility either. So, I'm staying here tonight, I might really love it and stay another night, or I might not. I might go on somewhere else, stay somewhere completely different. Whereas if you're booked into somewhere, you're kind of locked in, really, aren't you? You don't have that flexibility. Now, if you keep seeing me looking around all over the place, by the way, it's because I used the van about 3 weeks ago as an actual van. So not a camper van, but a van for lugging gear around. And I got a table from somebody, and it was a little bit unloved, shall we say. And I noticed as I loaded it into the van, so the bed was still here because the bed's here permanently, I loaded this table in, the chairs, and it was absolutely crawling with spiders. I'm not kidding you. It was an arachnid hell. Right, that's done. Heat off, gas off. Yeah, it was horrendous. So I'm a little bit on edge because they obviously went somewhere. They weren't on the table and chairs when I took them out the van. They're in here somewhere. Got some sour cream in the cool box as well. Oh yeah, nice. Just a little blob, not much. This is looking good. So there you go. Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't look very appetising, that does it? But it'll taste good, I'm sure. It is cosy. Just listen to that wind out there now. Oh, that's good. I might just close this door, you know. There you go. Now it's cosy. I think all I need now is a TV right there on the back of the passenger seat. I think it's times like this when the weather's a bit grotty outside where I would really appreciate some windows, you know. That said, it is cosy, it is private as well, it's stealthy, so I can just close these curtains here and lower the lights a little bit, and it's full stealth with just a van, you know. It's not a camper van, there's nothing outside that suggests this is a camper van. I think in lieu of windows, I think what I might do is get some of my photographs printed on like the Form X and then mount them, maybe put one there and then maybe put one there and one there. So it kind of gives the impression that there's windows and I'm not just staring at grey carpet. It's an idea. I think this whole setup here proves that you don't need a fancy camper van with all the, you know, built-in kitchen and everything else, showers, toilets, all that sort of thing. You just don't need it. I mean, the most elaborate thing in this van is the bed, but apart from that, that's it, you know. Camping stove, camping table, camping chair, just all USB lights. The point I'm making is, don't let not having the best of everything put you off. You can definitely make do with much less. In fact, you know, this is pretty extravagant, really. Before this, I'd just sleep in the car. Right, I'm gonna eat this and have a clean up and tidy up, and I'll see you either in my gym jams or in bed, whatever, I don't know. See you in a minute. Just caught a glimpse of the outside world in my wind mirrors here, and I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually looking like quite a nice sunset. Not bad at all. Definitely blue sky, or orange sky. And I think there's patches of blue sky. I don't want to stand over there because there's mud everywhere. Let me just spin around, put you back in the van. Patches of blue and orange over there as well. In fact, spin you back around again, sorry. You might be able to see the moon, I don't know. So it's a thin clouds now. The cloud base is definitely lifted. The wind seems to have dropped a little bit as well, which is quite nice. And I need another swig of my beer. And yeah, I've now got a neighbour as well. Let me just spin you around here. We've got neighbours. Hopefully they're quiet. I think most people are. I think most people who do the whole van life thing, I think they're normally quiet. It's me. I'm the problem. I'm the noisy one. That blue sky is moving over, you know. It is actually moving this way. And the forecast tomorrow is sunny, cloudy in the morning, and in the afternoon, complete sunshine. So where we're going, over towards Ribblehead Viaduct, Ribblehead, it's supposed to be just complete sunshine. So we'll see. Quite excited about that. Anyway, I'm waffling like mad. Let's get in the vein. Right, I think it's time to get everything on charge. So let's get my little Bluetti powered up. I've got a little box of tricks down here with all sorts of stuff. Chargers and wires and what have you. I need to charge this camera up. I don't even know if you can see me. It looks a bit dark. What's going on? It wasn't this dark before. Okay, how's that? A little bit more light. Let's have a look. So I need a old micro USB. I think it's this one. I still can't see what I'm doing. Let's have a look. Yep, that's charging. Good stuff. Let's put this GoPro on charge. That's charging. That's charging. I need to put this microphone on charge in a minute, and I need to put this camera on charge and my phone on charge. Still can't see. Okay, that's phone charging. Good stuff. Love it. Honestly, this is a brilliant bit of kit. I kind of went through it a little bit on a Patreon video I did after the Scotland trip, the Ascent trip, and if you're interested in that, I'll talk about it there. It's an older model. I don't mind getting a newer model, but to be honest with you, this is brilliant. I've never even got it off 80% yet, and it's charged everything, so it's good. That was lovely out there a minute ago, by the way. It was. I was just sat there in my camping chair, door open, camping chair facing that way, outside, and just watching it go dark, and then the moon came out, and the clouds were whipping across the moon, the stars came out. It was quite a special moment, actually, and there's some weird birds flying around. I got no idea what the hell they were, but there is a tarn here, so probably live down there. Yeah, lovely. Dead windy, really wild, very, very bleak. Such a nice moment. That was about 2 hours I was sat there just having a beer and watching the world go by. But now it is 7:10. It feels like it's 11 o'clock at night. It's been dark for hours. So I think what I'm going to do, like I said earlier, I'm going to get into bed and probably fall asleep to a film. So yeah, let's do that. Get into bed. I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you in bed. It's so cosy. It's honestly, this bed is just the warmest bed ever. I think it's actually warmer than my bed at home. I'll tell you what's not cosy is lying here with a microphone attached to my pyjamas. Not good. Anyway, I shall see you guys in the morning. Hopefully it'll be nice and sunny, and we'll get a coffee on. I'll see you in the morning. It is absolutely freezing out there. Air temperature, I think it's meant to be around about 3 or 4 degrees, but with the wind, my hands, I'm not kidding you, nearly fell off. I mean, look at them, like purple. It's just after 8 o'clock. Sun has just risen. It's over there. It's all a bit steamed up in here, isn't it? And I actually don't mind that. It's a bit of privacy. And yeah, what a fantastic night. I think I slept about 12 hours in the end, which is probably the most sleep I've had probably since I was a kid. It was incredible. Because of the wind all night, the van was just sort of gently rocking like that, like a cradle, all that. I was gone in seconds. Anyway, I need to wake up now, because obviously got a fairly longish day today, driving up towards Kettlewell, have a walk round there, a Limp around, and then up into Swaledale. So there's quite a lot of things to do today. I've actually bought myself a coffee grinder. So the last video I did up in Scotland, I used those Dawigbert pod things. Now I used to use them all the time at home with my espresso machine, and they're great for not making a lot of mess. You know, you just make your coffee and take it out and throw it in your bin. But the taste, I don't know. I mean, it used to taste all right to me, but I've had so many nice coffees lately out and about, and I decided I don't want that. I don't want to drink that anymore, especially up on Crinkle Crags. You remember the Crinkle Crags wild camping video I did? I had one. It was awful. It was like drinking a cup of plastic. It was disgusting. So I actually vowed to myself, I'm going to start drinking not just proper coffee, but coffee that I'm going to grind myself. So I've been kind of trying to find different brands, different ones that I really like. I'm just trying this one at the moment. This is the Illy Intenso, and it's all right. It's not bad at all. Very strong, kind of bitter taste with a smokiness as well, which I quite like that. I like the bitter coffees as opposed to the sweet. It's like a sweet. Sometimes they're sweet, aren't they? They've got a sweet, fruity undertone. I mean, they're all right, those, but I do like the bitter ones more. Anyway, boring you to death. You're not interested in that kind of stuff. Or maybe, I don't know. I've only used this once at home, so if you see me fumbling, it's because I'm not quite used to it yet. Let's get the beans in there and start grinding. Oh, that is so good. I'm going to do this without spilling them everywhere. There's probably some real coffee aficionados watching this thinking, what are you doing? I mean, I was so disappointed that day up on Crinkle Crags because I just desperately wanted a good coffee and it was awful. Okay, there we go. There you go. If I was cold before, I'm not anymore. That forearm is killing me. Oh, that sun's just coming over the hill now. It's lovely. Come on. So I've just seen the lady that was in the van in that, I don't know what the hell that is, that vehicle. Just seen her hiking off that way up the hill, fully kitted up, so I guess she's having a day out. Well, in fact, that direction should be ending up going onto the limestone pavement. I don't want to do that. Oop, that's boiling water, just landed on my thumb. Balance this boiling water just there. Because I want to put a little bit in my cup, just to heat that up a little bit. Right. Oh boy. It's just the best smell in the world. So this is the, obviously because I've got a grinder now, I need to have some means of making the coffee. And I wanted something that I could use camping as well. So I could have brought a cafetiere and used that, but I bought this as the AeroPress, which is like a simpler version of a cafetiere really, or what do you call them? French press, I think you guys call them in America. So shove all that in there. That sits on top of there. Be easier in the back if I had, if I did this on a table. I shouldn't really be doing it up front like this. Some numbers on the side. I'm going to go right to the top. Number 4. Bit of a stir. And then you put this little doofer in. And a little bit like a cafetiere, you just kind of let it sit there for a bit, let it... I don't even remember in the 80s they had those. I mean, still make them now, but they were big in the 80s. The Aerobie, like the frisbee, the red frisbee that had a huge hole in the middle of it. They're the ones that you throw, and you only ever throw it once because you never see it again. It goes like 10 miles. Same company. Yeah, interestingly. Looks interesting that way, actually. I couldn't really see that last night as I came in. The light was fading a little well. It was just miserable. You saw it was so grim with sheets of rain. It was getting a bit darker. I say last night, it was yesterday afternoon, it was about 3. So I think what I might do before I set off from here, in fact I will, there's no might about it, I'm going to have a walk across here, a limp, as far as I can go. I can see like a little bit of trod here, and see if I can see down into it. I might check on the map and see how close I am to the limestone pavement, because if it's just there, I'll be gutted if I just drive off and not have a look. So I'll have a look on the map. Oh, it's lovely. I guess that's one of the upsides to van camping in the winter, is you have that. There's a lot of nighttime, obviously. It's a bit different when you're in a tent because you're in the dark for a long time on your own, unless you're camping with someone else, and it's just not as comfortable. Whereas in the van, it is comfy. You get into your bed and it's, I've got my tablet there, I can watch a film, and then just switch the lights off and go to sleep in a proper bed. Like I said, I had 12 hours sleep. It's brilliant. Whereas obviously in the summer, you go to bed later, and then it'll be, 4 o'clock in the morning. Right, let's get up. Sun's coming up. It'll be like this at 4 o'clock. Let's go and do something. But it's nice. It's definitely a slower pace in the winter. I like it. Right, let's give it a go. I'm done. I can't stand waiting anymore. Okay, strength required. Yeah. Smells good. Smells really good. And I bought this like little thermos cup as well, because I find that, as much as I love this cup, and I do, I love it, great for the summer. The coffee kind of goes cold a little bit, whereas it's like a double skinned thermos thing. Cheapo Amazon jobby. Perfect. Love it. Have a sip. Let's try it. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm kidding. This is no word of a lie, and it might just be because I'm in this amazing environment, but that tastes just as good as the coffee you'd get in a restaurant, you know, like a double espresso somewhere. Right, I'm going to finish this and I'll see you in a minute going out to look at that. All right, got some cars turning up now, starting to get busy. Absolutely rammed, isn't it? I'm going to head over to what I thought was a gorge. This isn't a gorge, it just looks on the map. It's actually Malham Tarn. That's exactly where I was heading last night. So obviously it'll drop down into the tarn. I think it's a bit of a nature reserve because on the map you've got this, I think it's called tarn moss, and it's the kind of place you'd imagine birds to nest, which it would explain that those weird birds that were flying around last night. And now I have to admit that because it was dark, and it was quite dark when I sat there having a drink, and all these things flew past and are making all this weird noise. I actually thought, I wonder if the vampire bats, because I thought no birds would be flying around in this darkness, but they probably were. I don't know how far I've got to go. I think it's about half a kilometre in this direction. Very straightforward though, as you can see. Definitely limpable. I'm going to get a nickname, man. I'm going to be called Limpy Crag. Well, that doesn't sound good, does it? It sounds like something else. Hey, how's it going, Limpy? Okay, I can see a little bit of the tarn there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Just the bottom end. Yeah, so you can kind of see the moss down there, right down the bottom of the tarn. It looks like there's a lot of reeds down there. It's probably the perfect place for birds. Oh, it's lovely. I don't know what any of these hills are here. Well, I could look at the map, but no. Let's get back to the van. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk off in t'other direction a little bit, heading towards, I think it's called Cove Hill, which is not far from the top of Malham Cove actually. So I might walk about a kilometre in that direction and see what we can see there. Some really nice light around at the moment, spinning around. That's beautiful. It's just illuminated that building there and all the hills beyond. That is absolutely gorgeous, in fact. Wow. Okay, back to the van. And I'm going to head off, I think, kind of, you can sort of just make out a little bit of a trod there. So we'll just walk straight past the van. Pretty much straight across the road and along here, and that's a little bit disconcerting, isn't it? All right, I've just consulted the map, and actually I need to be on that side of the wall to get to Cove Hill, and it kind of goes down. You can see where it kind of zigzags along and down, but I'm gonna go here. This will lead me up towards the limestone pavement, I believe. I probably won't go as far as that. I mean, I could end up going all the way to Malham Cove itself along here, but I'm just going to stroll. It's so nice. It's such a lovely, lovely morning now. I'm enjoying being out in the fresh air. Okay, style. Has to be said, it does feel very, very strange not having a bag on my back. It feels great, I feel really light. Oh, it's lovely, love it. I love it here. I think it's definitely the weather. Although saying that, even on a horrible, sidewaysy type rainy day, I think it'll have a certain kind of beauty here. I've got no idea, you know, where I'm going to end up if I keep going down this path. I'm not going to go all the way, obviously, but I don't know where it terminates, really. I think it could be Malham. I think I'm heading in the direction of Malham and the Cove. Oh, it's really boggy around here. Okay, so got Malham town, 1 mile that way. That did not feel like a mile. Town road, 1 mile. Malham Cove doesn't actually say how far Malham Cove is, but yes, like I said, I'm heading in the direction of Malham Cove. Let's just see if I can thread my way past this lot. I have this feeling that as soon as I get around this corner here, that I might start to get a bit of a view down towards the Cove maybe. It's looking very limestoney here though, I must admit. I might just pop up a little bit here. It'll be interesting to know if this is the same seam of limestone that's, you know, like I mentioned in that last video, up on Falton Knot and Whitbarrow, Hamsfell, Scout Scar. Let's get to this little cairn here and see what views we get from there. Okay, I'm struggling to see here. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's just walk to the end there, look. Okay, I've just consulted the map and, ow, I'm about half a kilometre away from the top of Malham Cove. So 500 metres away, and it looks fairly flattish, the path, so let's keep going. This is the problem, I've got problems, I can't stop. But it just seems crazy to get to this point here and not just walk another 500 metres and go and have a look at the Cove. At least be on top of it and look down. Might not drop down to the bottom. But then again I might do, I don't know, honestly, I can't. I'm out of control. Ooh. It's actually quite nice down here because I'm out of the wind. However, heading back, we're walking right back into that wind, headwind, straight into the face. By the way, I forgot to mention that there's absolutely no signal here whatsoever. So in the van, no signal, no one trying to call me, no temptation to go on the internet or social media or anything like that. It was lovely, and I love and cherish moments and places like this, because there aren't many places left where you're completely cut off and you have the, you know, the symbol of no signal on your phone. Look at these belted Galloways, they're really cute, aren't they? Morning. Where the hell am I? Gordale is 1 mile. So where's the Cove? I'm gonna check the map and see how far it is to the point where you drop down into the Cove. Malham Cove, 1/4 mile that way. All right. Okay. Let's have a look. Here we go. Look at it. Oh, I'm so chuffed I've come this far. So chuffed. Definitely worth it. Oh yeah. Hi. Yeah, this is an impressive bit of limestone pavement. All these clints and grikes. Just need to make sure you don't fall down one. Okay, let's go and have a look down over the edge. Oh yeah, that's quite the drop. That's impressive, isn't it? Very. Especially here, I mean, that is some drop. See the people at the top there, it'll give it a bit of scale. And then goes all the way down there. Hopefully you can see the bottom all the way there. Look. Right, I'm right on the edge now. Kind of getting a bit freaked. Let's have a wander onto this little hill here. Oh, it's lovely around here. And as you can see, there's not many people around either. Well, so we got to see Malham Cove in the end, just from a slightly different angle. I was going to come in, I wanted to come in from the bottom there. As it turns out, dropping in from the top's been better. So what I'm going to do now is head up that grassy path there and back along the way I came. You probably won't be able to see it, but the galloway's up there, through some walls, back along through the bog, over that stile, back to the van, and get on with the rest of this trip. Cool, straight into that headwind. This will blow off any cobwebs. Well, there's a few more cars in the car park now. All right, back at the van. Let's get on to Kettlewell. Welcome to Kettlewell. Let's have a little wander through the village and yeah, see what it's like. You can always tell the cute villages because they've always got the old red phone boxes. It's probably not a phone box anymore, mind you. Cute, very cute. Let's go down here. Looks interesting. Very different to the Lake District, where it's all slate. It's definitely got a warmer feel to it here. That's lovely. That wisteria there. Isn't it lovely? Absolutely. Village store, look. Oh, look at it. Such a beautiful village. Let's take a wander over here a bit more towards the church. Nice. Look at the other side. Nice. I think I went in there for a drink last time. Can't actually remember. It's a nice house. Oh, look at this gate. Let's have a little wander around the churchyard. I think I mentioned it on that Ambleside video, Wander Through Ambleside. I love churches, and there's something very peaceful and very calming about them. I'm not religious or anything, not that there's anything wrong with being religious, by the way, but I just like them. I like churches. I like church yards as well. Lovely. Right, let's carry on through Kettlewell. I'm loving these hills here. I don't know what they're called, but I guess it's just limestone or something. I just love the terraces. It's amazing. Amazing landscape. All right, back round to the bridge again. And oh, we can get down there, look. And what we'll do is have a wander up this little road here now. So we went down that way a second ago, and I'm going to get squished here. Let's get past quick. Oh wow, it is actually a phone. That is so rare to see a phone inside a phone box. Normally it's the defibs. Okay, I think this is going to take me back out to the village shop. Nice, isn't it? So yeah, here we go. Village shop. Wow, I could live here, I really could. Village shop just there, look. So, done that. I'm going to head back down. There's a little bridge here. It's going to take us back onto that road it was a minute ago. And then we'll head back to the van. Look at that. It's as shabby as that looks, I really like it. Don't know why. Look at these letters here, look. And that bird. Yeah, it's about midday now, so I want to get on. I've got all of Swaledale to get along first. So have a look at this guy. Cute dog, and get to Hawes. So yeah, time is running out. Let's get across this bridge. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, that's it. Cheers. So back on here again. recognise it. Yeah, so the car park's just there. Literally, you can get round the village in about 5 minutes, so not much to it at all. A couple of pubs. Yeah, lovely. All right, back in the van. And the next stop is the village of Reeth, and that'll drop us in at the end of Swaledale, and then a nice leisurely drive along the valley. Okay, just arriving into Reeth now, and I was so traumatised by almost squishing this cat that I sailed past this bakery. I was really looking forward to going in and getting some cinnamon swirls. And by the time I got to the centre of Reeth, I decided just to push on. And now we begin the wonderful drive through Swaledale. Enjoy. Alright, welcome to Hawes. This is the home of Wensleydale, which is probably my favourite cheese, I think, and all the different flavours you get. There's honestly so many different flavours, it's unbelievable. Go and check them out now. And how beautiful is Hawes? If you're interested, I'll come and do a wander through Hawes, because I think it'll be fantastic to get amongst all the little cobble streets and what have you. Really, really beautiful little village. So let me know in the comments. In the meantime, let's go and check out some cheese. Gonna get run over. Okay, here we go, into the fridge.
magic.
Oh yeah.
Hi, thank you.
£30 worth of cheese and chutney. So happy right now. Okay, I'm really excited. I just want to get home now and eat all that cheese. Tell you what, it won't be far off a single sitting as well. Right, so I think I'm on good time actually, because it's just after, it's about 2:30. So I think I might be all right to get to Ribblehead Viaduct for sunset. I want to get there for 3 o'clock really, so have that golden hour to spend and enjoy looking at it. But to be honest with you, as I was driving through, I thought, even if the sun is already set and going into blue hour, it'll still look amazing. You know, the viaduct silhouetted against the sky, maybe. So I'm going to head on to that. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I hope you enjoyed all that cheese. And not as much as I'm going to enjoy it. And yeah, let's get on to Ribblehead Viaduct. Right, here we are at Ribblehead Viaduct. I don't know if you can hear me because obviously it's pretty flippin' windy, but we're going to head over to beneath the viaduct, or kind of this side of it a little bit, because obviously this time of year the sun is going to set, well, not quite where I want it, so I need to move that way a little bit further over to the west. So let's go and do that. Flipping it, it's so cold. Come on. Got a slow moving train going across the top of it now, look. Cargo train, freight train, whatever the hell they're called. Wow, it's the full length of the entire viaduct. Could have been a good shot if I'd been here on time. Damn it. It's going to pass right in front of the sun, look. That's pretty cool watching the shadow, isn't it? One. Love it. That was both good and rubbish timing, because it was good because you guys saw it, and it was rubbish because I wasn't over there with my camera. Ooh, the camera's here. I could have got a shot. We're just going to have a look at it. I don't think I've ever been here and got a decent photograph, because really you need a subject on the viaduct itself, otherwise it just looks like just a bridge, isn't it, really? Anyway, let's get up to it and have a look at the sheer scale of it. It's massive, honestly. Oh, I'll tell you what, the wind chill today is pretty severe. My hands are dropping off. I've got my gloves in the bag. I should just put them on and shut up.
Look at this thing. So it'd be good to kind of stand over there, top of the shadow, you know. But I don't know if anything's going to go through now. I don't know if it'll be another train. I don't know. And this is the moment my microphone battery decided I was talking way too much in this video and died. But I guess this is a perfect chance to give you some little factoids about this iconic structure. The viaduct, which is 400 metres long and a Grade 2 listed building, is located on the Settle to Carlisle railway line at Ribblehead. Construction started in 1869 and took 5 years to complete, with a workforce of over 2,000 men who lived in makeshift camps with their families situated right where I'm walking now. 100 men died during its construction. Okay, I don't know what you guys heard then at all. At some point this microphone packed in, so I'm kind of recording through this mic here. It's probably a good thing. I was probably just wittering on about rubbish anyway. But what I'm doing is I'm heading down this path. It's like a grassy bit here. And I can see what looks like probably a couple of photographers actually just hiding in exactly where I want to go. So we'll have a look, because I think that is the point where we'll get a nice view of everything. There's a guy just up here, and I think they're in the optimum position, because I'm right at the top now where the shadow is, and the shadow obviously as the sun drops is going to creep further along here, probably get to where they are. Although they seem to be looking in the opposite direction for some reason. I don't know why that is, but there you go. I'm going to probably, I don't know, might drop down a bit, just get that sun behind one of these columns, and then get a shot. Why not? So I'm right where the track is now. So this is the shadow of the track area. That's looking all right. Bit too much blue sky though, isn't there? I say it every time. I'm gonna get my camera out. I'm gonna take a couple of shots, and then that'll have to do, because everything's going flat. All the batteries are going flat. I don't know how long's left on the camera or anything. What I'll do is I will see if I can get a shot, and I'll head back towards the van, and I'll probably catch up with you at that point at the van, or maybe on the way to it. I don't know. Probably at the van, because everything's dead. And then I'll decide what to do from there. So I'll see you in a minute. Well, that was all very anticlimactic, wasn't it? Got over there and my battery completely died. The GoPro battery and the microphone battery, so I'm using a completely different rig here. But beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I got any shots. Kind of get to that point where you start to panic a little bit, because like, oh my god, everything's happening now. The sun is setting right now. Where do I go? Where do I stand? There's a photographer there. I need to go somewhere else. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the video now. I'm going to end it in true style. I'm going to go to the station inn and get a pint. Hopefully I can squeeze in there. And if it's a bit too busy, I'll just kind of elbows out and squeeze into the bar somewhere. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's just been a very, very quick whistle-stop tour of the Yorkshire Dales. I hope you enjoyed Swaledale. I kind of whizzed right through there. But before I go, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you who support the channel, who comment. I love all the comments, and obviously all of you guys who support me over on Patreon as well. It's greatly appreciated, and without you I wouldn't be here doing this right now. So take care of yourselves everybody, and I'll see you back out on the next video.